Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Dusk's Tale. We're back in the mansion, and last episode we picked ourselves up a military truck that is going to become our home away from home, essentially. So today is going to consist of deconstructing a whole heap of things. We have a lot of things here in the home network that needs to get taken apart, and we're essentially going to be taking all of those parts back. We're going to be taking every single one of those and kind of essentially trying to build them into the truck the best way we can. So it's going to be interesting because I've never constructed on this scale in a vehicle, so I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that. But we are going to need our cart first, and we're going to have to use Cartman. And I don't know how well Cartman's going to be able to do for us, so we're going to cross our fingers that Cartman can perform, can get the job done. We'll let it do its save there. Apparently it hadn't saved, so it's good to know that it actually has. Alright, let's move you around the tree. I don't think we're going to do anything about that wall as well. We're probably just going to end up leaving that there. Yeah, walling off the entire mansion was quite the project. Too much for one person to do, I think, in the long scheme of things. We could start by taking Bogart apart, because we are going to use those parts from Bogart eventually. So, yeah, I mean, it's something that's got to happen sooner rather than later, I suppose. So, Bogart, you've served us so well, but we are going to be taking you apart. Now, what I want to actually try and take out of Bogart, not sure just yet. We want to take the... What do we have on you here? Cargo space. So we want to take the cargo space for sure. I don't know what else we really want to take. What was the solar panel you have on you? It's just a regular solar panel. We'll probably want to try and take the storage battery, because I think you have one on you. Yeah, you do, but it's a little damaged. We can repair that easily enough. That's fine. We'll go ahead and use that. We are starting to get a little low on charges, so we do need to be aware of that. Let's start by just moving everything out of Bogart, all the items and the rest. So we'll go ahead and move those over just to the side for now, the launcher and the other bits and pieces. What do we have over here? We've got just the gallon jug and the Mossberg. Okay, we'll take both of those and we'll drop them just down here for now. Mossberg, the Auto Magnum, and what else are we dropping off there? Gallon jug. But where are you, gallon jug? There you are. Perfect. So we'll get rid of you for now. We have a cargo carrier and an extra light frame down here as well, so that's kind of good. That's an extra cargo carrier. Let's see if we can remove this without too much trouble. We can, easily enough. Okay, good. We shall take it then. What else would we want to take from Bogart? We don't really need the engine. We don't really need the engine. Rather, we just need the storage battery. Is there the actual container for that? Oh, because I guess it's not a swappable thing that it's dropping into. So that's fine. But that's good. I'm happy with those. So let's go ahead and grab them for now. We just want to try and start just collating a few of these things together. So namely these two here. So let's just start moving up. We'll go ahead and shift those up, and everything that's down will shift up as well. Okay, good. What do we have there? Another cargo carrier and a middle tank. Fantastic. So that's more space. I don't think we'll need it 100%. So we'll go ahead and move those for now, and then cargo carrier and the middle tank. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure whether or not we're going to need them just yet. Let's move Cartman out of the way just for now. And so I want to just start shifting everything up towards the top here. Bam. Okay, there we go. So we'll just keep those there for the time being. And we are tired, so we are going to need to sleep eventually. It's probably worth us trying to... Well, you know what? We could just sleep during the day. It all depends whether or not it's going to be a good day, though, because if it's not a sunny day, it's like we could just be, waiting. I don't know. I guess the chances that we could get some hunger and thirst back. Working during the day is a little easier, so you know what? Kind of having second thoughts about that. We might end up just going to sleep. I was going to go sleep in the bed then. I know someone said that we can sleep in the bed. Pretty sure that we can't. So if we try and sleep, cranial flashlight, yeah, let's go ahead and deactivate that. It's going to tell us we can't put our roots down. Yeah, there we go. Human furniture blocks. So I just wanted to confirm with some of you who didn't think that was the case. It is in fact the case, so yeah. let's go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and sleep. We're going to get cold, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Is that just the pine boughs there? Yeah. Go ahead. Have a sleep. Embrace the soil. Not going to be able to get much from the soil, but that's okay. We wake up. Something is making noise. Okay. What? What's making noise? Oh, hello, you sneaky son of a bitch. Wow, I'm glad we woke up. Shade zombie out of frickin' nowhere. We make quick work of him. Yeah, smash the corpse. Okay, that's, he came out of nowhere. Alright, well let's go back to sleep. See if we can sleep. Okay, again, something is making noise. Okay, so it's just the northeast of us. Let's go ahead and have some more multivitamins just while we're awake, or crunch one of those down. Let's go see what's making all the noise. Because it's something that's making a fair bit of noise. I hate you. I hate you so much. Okay, so we've got our quiver with us. So let's go ahead, wield our bow. It can't see us right now, I think, or it probably... No, it's not aware of us. Okay, good. So we're going to take a precise shot. Not bad. Not frickin' bad. Take this goddamn thing down. Okay, alright. That's acid spraying out. Let's use those plastic arrows, why not? Wait till the thing starts to disappear. Okay, there's more badness out there. Do we have a horde near us? No, we don't. But there is badness out here, it would seem. Let's go ahead and see if we can butcher. Alright, definitely noises happening out here. What do we have? You're disrupting my sleep, zombie snapper. Okay, take one of the plastics. Ignore. Take the shot. Okay, skill in archery has gone up to 5. Nice. Sweet. We'll take it. Come on, there we go. Brilliant. We've got one more out here, a tough zombie. Okay. Alright. Let's go for a metal arrow. Precise shot. Good. I like that these aren't actually flying off into the distance because it makes it a lot easier for us to actually pick them up after we've roamed through. So that person didn't actually have anything on them, so it means that something else killed them at some point. We are hearing something else. Yeah, we're kind of just wandering onto like more and more of them here, which is, you know, let's just leave that zombie out there. I think we're safe enough if we leave them. We're dealing with flurries now? No, straight up snow. Yeah, sleeping outside and that's not going to be as nice. Yeah. That's something for us to consider when we go to our next place, is having somewhere that is, well, it's possible for us to sleep outside, but it's not as, well, it's going to be warmer. It can't be as cold. It needs to be like, that's the tough thing. It's like trying to find somewhere, you know, it'd be great if we could find somewhere that's inside, like, obviously like the barn, right? The barn has, dirt. So we probably could sleep in the barn and be okay. Maybe. Don't know for certain, but that's, I'll chalk that up as a maybe. Okay, alright, so we need to start deconstructing things here. We've got a whole heap of splintered wood and a whole heap of other crap that we don't really need on here. We've got a storage battery there as well. I mean, like, we'll install it, because we might as well. But what we are going to do is just start taking everything apart. Before we do that, though, I guess I should think about things that we want to have in the vehicle itself. I would love to have a mini fridge, or even a full fridge. I don't know whether or not we're going to be able to install a full fridge, but we can. Oh, we've already got a mini fridge. Brilliant. Okay, well that's good. Good to know that we actually already have one. Is there anything else I'd want to make then? No, because we've got the chemistry lab there. We've got an electric forge there. We've got the food co kitchen buddy there. I feel like we've got everything that we'd want. I think. I'm pretty certain that we have everything that we want already in the home network, so we just need to start taking the thing apart. All the wooden frames and the rest, I don't know how much we're going to want and or need those, so yeah, the aisle lights I think we could end up using. So let's just go ahead and start removing some of these aisle lights, which is going to make it a little darker in here, that's okay. And I guess the unfortunate thing is that I'm just dropping them on the seat that we're on right now, which is kind of not what we want. So instead, we're going to work down here. I think it's going to be the best thing for us to do. Just start taking those R lights away, taking you away. That was a headlight, that's my bad. take the swappable battery case. We need to take that first, and then we need to take you. Brilliant. Okay, alright. What next? Opaque door, no, don't need to worry about you. So these upgraded solar panels, we're going to go ahead and take all of them. The regular solar panels, we're probably just going to leave here. I think. I'm not 100% on what I want to do with those just yet. We could end up using them. Hell, we could even make them into upgraded solar panels. It might be something that is within our capabilities now. Dusk is getting better and better. I apologize for dropping out of this the whole time. I will do better, I promise. We just need to wait for it to come back. So we're hungry, we're thirsty, we're tired, and our foot has gone numb. Okay, let's have something to drink. Let's go up here, purify. Yes, you. Go ahead and have something to drink. Okay, that didn't work. Purify. Water in vehicle tank. We don't have any water in the vehicle tank. Have I disrupted it already? I have. Huh. No, we have water in the tank. So why can't we... Because I've taken the power away. There's no power. We've taken the batteries out already. Examine vehicle. There's no power. So that's why. We have no power at the moment. Okay, that's all right. We already have clean water, so let's just go ahead and drink that. Let's have some of these biscuits as well that we still have left over. Okay. Yes, we've got a lot of water purification tablets, so we could just try and use those as well. It's no biggie. Nothing for us to worry about. Okay, so just reminding myself where we're up to. The solar panels. Yes, let's take them. It's like, why not? We'll take them, and we'll see what we can do with that. Remove you. Okay, so that's all the solar panels removed. I don't know if we're actually... Yeah, we are bringing them back inside. Okay, so we are doing a fair bit of work there. Right, so we got these quarter panels on the outside, just some more trunks and things on the inside. Then I think we want to have a look at what we have here. So we've got the two tanks. We've got the water tank and we've got the salt water tank. We do want both. Let's go and fill the salt water tank first. Don't know how easy we can do that from outside. Can't remember off the top of my head. There is a Grim Howler out here. I don't know how far away it is. Let's just step across here for now. Okay, shallow water. Okay, so that's shallow water. It's not salt water. What to do with the water from the shallow? Salt water. Okay, fill home network. Okay, great. And we're just going to put it into the salt water. Wrong one. Shit. Okay, so we just fill it up to 60. Okay, that's fine. Good work. Okay, pop them back inside. Okay, alright. No, we don't want to sit there. It's just force of habit that I end up back there. Okay, so we do want to take those tanks off now. So let's go ahead and remove you, the water tank. Then we are going to remove the salt water tank. We probably want the funnel as well, because that's how we're going to fill it up when we're on the road. And there we go, salt water. Do we want the security camera? Yeah, we do. I'd like to repair it first if possible. Just some duct tape. Fantastic, let's do it. Okay, remove the security camera. Brilliant. Okay, anything else on the outside that we want to grab? It's just in the home frame. I know there are other things outside that we do want to grab. No, the reclining seats, I'm not concerned about them. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the UPS recharge station. We'll grab the box as well. We don't need it to be a box. I think we could attach it to a cargo space. We'll take the box just in case. What does the box actually have in it right now? I don't know, but it should give it to us. So we'll take it anyway. All right, so we have quite a few things over here. We'll take the atomic lamp right away. It's not going to take us long to take that off at all. The stereo system, we already picked one up. We'll take the electronic control unit. We will take the camera control system. Let's take the swappable storage battery case. Okay, so I think that's everything that we want to get from that frame there. So we'll just go back. So that was on our seat. So next to that we have a water faucet. We'll go ahead and take that. We'll take the kitchen co-buddy. Really, and these are just bolted in. So that's really nice and easy for us to remove. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the mini fridge. Same thing, it's just bolt turning. Great. Okay, rolling along to here, we've got another water faucet. We'll take it, why not? The chemistry lab, and we have more salt water. That's the low capacity one. That doesn't actually have much in it at all. Okay, mounted electric forge. Yes, please. Okay, so I feel like we got everything right there. We don't have anything on these spots here that's actually connected to the network itself. So the charcoal smoking rack, see, that. I don't know if we need to use it anymore because we have a food dehydrator. The food dehydrator is part of the Food Co Kitchen Buddy, right? From memory, yes, it should be able to dehydrate in addition to food preservation features. Okay, yeah. So I don't think we're going to need that anymore. And if that's the case, we probably aren't going to need the kiln that's outside that's actually making us charcoal. I think. If we do need it, then, well, I guess that sucks. That sucks big time. But at least for now, I think that is everything deconstructed. Yeah, because it's just the charcoal kiln that's outside. Okay, so what I need to start doing now is essentially collating everything I can onto the square below, and then start sorting through it. So we obviously have a lot. Pardon me. We have a lot of stuff, a huge amount of stuff, in fact, and shifting that is going to take quite a while. So we're going to start doing it. It's going to take a massive amount of time. I'm going to be using Shift M to just start moving, and yeah, as you can see, it takes a while. We've got a lot of things. We've got a lot of tools. We probably have a lot of stuff that we don't need. I'm thinking if it's better for me now to sort through these things rather than haul them all to the car. And you know what? It actually is better for us to do that. Still, it's going to be hard to say or to let go of things. Yeah. Okay. How are we going to do this? God, this is quite the task because there's obviously so many things for us to go through, right? So that's everything that's around us currently. So there are some things that are down to the south that I just chucked down there that we probably aren't going to need. So I'm just going to quickly go through, chuck those to the side. We don't need that. The rocks we'll hold on to. Digging stick we no longer need. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can. Just going through. And I guess this will be good as well because this will give you all a chance to see what we have. Because it's been a while since we've seen everything. And so what I'm trying to do through here at the moment is just go through and see if I can find double ups of anything or things that I just do not think we're going to need at all. The charcoal smoker we'll bring along just in case, but obviously you still need charcoal to actually use that. Yeah, so what we're doing, we're just looking for double ups right now. I mean, both of those will be useful. So things like that, the emergency oxygen packs, we don't really need to have those. So we'll go ahead and leave those. Good for an emergency, the flint and steel. Yeah, so we're looking for double ups really more than anything. We've got a lot of improvised lockpicks there that are quite damaged already, so we'll just go ahead and drop those off. We'll keep those ones. We don't actually need them. Now that I think about it, we don't need them because we've got our finger pick. Those are a little damaged, but that's okay. We've got an inflatable boat as well. We've got quite a few lighters, probably more than we would need. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through and get rid of all of the lighters that are really quite low right now. We've got a few on 16 apparently. Matchbooks we're not going to need pretty much ever, so we're going to go ahead and swap those over. Okay, I'm okay with everything else so far. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. So what we need to do now is look at everything around again, and we're just going to start sending things over, essentially one by one. And I know that's yeah. I'm gonna do it the best I can, going through bit by bit, trying my best not to miss out on anything that could be potentially useful to us. Like we obviously need to have one Taylor's kit, teleporter, of course. Well, who would say no to having two teleporters? No one. We don't need two thermometers though. I know this is being super picky. I'm not going to be this picky, I promise. I promise I'm going to try not to be this picky. Tobacco pipe will take one two-way radio, UPS, that. The Vortex stone, which we might be able to make into a Vortex engine of sorts. I don't know if that's within our capabilities yet. Might be very, very far away from being within that. Blindfold we don't need anymore. All of those we're going to take. Swimming goggles, yeah, it could still be useful. Radiation biomonitor, it's filthy, but could still be useful. T-shirt we don't need. The moisture retention suit, yeah, very well be useful. Pretty much all the food we're going to take, because there's no reason for us to say no to food, especially with us wanting to change it over so that, you know, our NPCs are actually consuming food. So we're going to take nearly everything here. Yeah. And it's pretty much going to be the same for drugs, because a lot of those are going to be stacked together. It's really only just, again, double ups of things that are essentially the same. We'll take a few inhalers just in case anyone we get is asthmatic. And we'll just take one thing of well, actually no, we'll take the full packs of cigarettes. Contact lenses just in case. Disinfectant and everything like that, you can never really have enough of those. Okay, pretty much everything. Okay, I think I might have had an injector then. If that's the case, we might be able to use that to heal Chung, to get him back to being, like, totally good and ready to go. We're going to take all of the books just because I don't want to waste them now. So we'll just go ahead and shift all those books across. All right, we're going to have to do it like this, aren't we? That's kind of a little frustrating. Oh, we did have one there that we haven't actually read. Interesting. I wonder if that's one that I've just had there for fun. Okay, bionics, yep. There's no reason for us to say no to them. And mutagens, yep, you know it. As for vehicle parts, foot crank we don't need. Hard plating, I don't actually know what I grabbed then. Shoot. Yeah, what was that? Do you mind showing me? We're on page 9. Jeez, okay. Motorbike battery, we don't need. So go ahead, get rid of that. Thank you very much. Okay, alright, let's see. Quantum solar panel, yes, 100%. Reinforced headlights, yep, we want those. The RV kitchen unit, security cameras, yes. Sheet metal, we want all of that. Solar cells, yep, we want all of those. The telescoping cantilever, yep, that was from the engine crane originally. Okay, and then we've just got a whole heap of other bits and bobs that, it's essentially from our everything pile. The cardboard boxes we don't need to take, but we'll go ahead and take these other crafting supplies, just where I think they're actually going to be useful. Everything here isn't going to be, but we won't say no to things that can store. We don't need to have too many bottles, so we'll just take the flasks. Hickory root, we'll go ahead and take all of those. We don't need any of those now. Large damage tent is really not going to be useful to anyone. We'll take both of those. The military ID. Money bundle, again, not really useful to anyone. The cans and the rest we don't really need to be holding on to. Plastic jerry cans, yep, definitely. Pretty much always going to be useful. Purple paint, that might be useful. Essentially that's my saying, I think, with everything, is that, yeah, it could very well be useful. Possibly, maybe not at all. Okay, MISC software. White paint, wire, we've got some withered plants. We'll take the withered plants because they can be useful. We're going to take all of our chemicals. So yes, go through all of those. And pretty much we're going to take all of the spare parts as well, because this is part of our crafting supplies. And pretty much everything here will be useful in some form or fashion. Okay, so we've actually filled up that spot now. So the spot that's beneath us there, that is a massive pile of a huge amount of things. So we do need to start to get that moving. So we're just going to go north of us, and we want to move south, and we're just going to hit move all. So it takes a long time to do this. Yeah, that's a lot of time, and we're very thirsty now. So let's make sure that we drink the rest of that clean water that we have. Okay, that's good. All right, have some of that biscuit as well. Okay, all right, we're getting there with those. So let's just continue on with everything that we had up here. And we're going to start moving it onto the floor south from us. So that's all weapons and stuff, so that's actually not what I wanted to be doing just yet. Right, so we need to figure out where we were up to. So it was with these spare parts. So we're going to start shifting pretty much all of those through. Whole heap of rags, but unfortunately, a lot of them are not going to be of use to us while they're all dirty, etc. Okay, all right, armor. Go ahead, drop that all down there. And that's everything from up the top at the moment, so I'm happy with that. That's the food and everything. Yeah, okay, so we have managed to get things moving. Not everything. There are still even more items on the ground over here, which we're going to need to try and move across, which we should be able to do. If we just go ahead and move from one diagonal to the other, we should be able to take all of these. That belonged to Lida. Lida? I believe it was Lida. So let's make sure that we bring that along for the sake of keeping it. And everything else there is going to be pretty useful. The blindfold, not so much. Our survivor harness with that trusty machine gun. Yes, please. Okay, yeah, we'll take everything else for now. We've even got some upgraded solar panels in there as well, so not too bad, if I don't say so myself. Okay, alright, so everything else that's on the square that we're on at the moment, we can collate some more from around us, so that's going to be dynamite and all other kinds of things. We're going to be searching from the south of us as well. I don't think I can select from just like one square or another. So let's have a look and see what we have going on. So this the one that we're standing on at the moment. Okay, so let's just start shifting across weapons. We're pretty much going to want all of these weapons. I know it's a little greedy, but we are going to be outfitting a whole heap of people with these weapons over time. So yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of auto magnums, as you can see. We've got a lot of assault rifles. We've got, launchers. We've got ammo belts and magazines for days. We've got a pretty large selection of ammunition as well. Yeah, not bad, Dusk, not bad. So go ahead, all of that C4, etc. Mini nukes. Okay, we've even got the mini nukes there as well, so it's good. We're definitely supplied. Everything else that is up there for now are things that we aren't going to want to take with us. And some that we are. Okay, that's the tough thing. So we need to try and figure out exactly what we have going and where we're sending it to. Because I think I've made a little mistake there. We have a whole heap of mods that we still want to grab. Okay, so the square that we're standing on. Okay, that's the square that we're standing on, right? I just need to make sure that we transfer these across as well. Good. Okay, so that's everything from that side there. We want to grab the etched human skull and a few of these artifacts. The radiation badge, not going to worry about that for now. We've got enough of them, and that one's unwrapped. Okay, so we still have a few bits and bobs over here, but those are all things that we've decided to leave behind. Okay, that's good. Now, was there anything else up here? No, that's just sporks. Fantastic, and that's just a radiation badge. Brilliant. So I feel like we've got a lot of the things that we're going to want to grab. So let's just see what we have up here. Not too much, actually, under the melee bits and pieces. So do we actually want any of these? I'll take the L stick and the incendiary grenade. We'll take the pipe bomb and the baton. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. So everything else that we have right now should be on these squares here. So we're going to be able to shift them down. I do want to try and sort this pile that we're standing on. Try and just determine what we're going to want there. Again, like, this is a whole heap of crap that we don't exactly need. We'll take some of it, though, for our friends. I'm actually kind of moving it the wrong way at the moment. We want all of these things. All of these spare parts. We want all of that wire. Glass shards and the military black box and the rest, we don't need those. So for that crap, we don't want it to go into Cartman. We just want it to go somewhere else. So over there. Brilliant. Okay, so that's gone beneath. Okay, so just need to continue shifting things for now. What I'm wanting to try and make sure that I don't do is leave a whole heap of crap behind. So right now there's a whole heap of stuff that we're standing on, and again, there should be a whole heap of stuff that we're standing on. We are kind of missing. No, there it is. I was like, we're missing like 1,000 liters worth of stuff. So it's just kind of split up at the moment. So let's just go ahead and take everything that's up there. We want to go and shift that onto the square that we're on at the moment. Again, this is going to take a while for us to do. Okay, having something to eat. Yes, again. We're getting tired. No surprises there. The kind of unfortunate thing here is that Cartman can't actually carry that much. We could go ahead and put the cargo carrying frames on Cartman. It might actually be faster. Because, yeah, it might be faster for us to just move things. Faster in terms of like an out-of-game thing. It won't take us as long. It's going to take us a while in-game to move all of those things into the garage, but it's going to take even longer for us to go back and forth. So what I'm going to do you don't need to see this. I wanted you to see everything that we had available to us, but what I'm going to do now is that I am going to put a cut in. I'm going to keep on working through this, and I'm just going to shift everything into the garage for now. It's going to take a while, so I'm going to see you all in a moment. Okay, I have returned. It took me like over an hour out of game time, but it took Dusk about 4 days in game time. Actually more, it's close to like 5 days. It was almost nearing a week. We're on winter day 2 now. It took so long to move everything here, and essentially what we have are 2 giant piles of equipment that are almost 100 liters in volume. So that's a lot of stuff. It's probably too much stuff for us to actually be able to possibly fit into this vehicle. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle, to say the least. What we need to try and do, though, is figure out how we are going to be able to get everything to run okay on here. Something that I should have done, like, it's really stupid. Pardon me, it's really stupid that I didn't do this before we got, like, the whole thing deconstructed, was trying to see what it would take to make a vehicle welding rig, because then we'd be able to use the power that's actually on the vehicle itself. A bit of a mistake, me not doing that beforehand, so I want to have a look and see if I can do that now. It's going to be under vehicle, maybe not. I don't even know if we'll be able to do it. Vehicle welding rig. Okay, yes, it's entirely possible, and we actually have everything around us right now that we need to do it. However, we need 2 makeshift welders to be able to do it, and to be able to make this other welder, we need 3 heating elements. So we have 1 makeshift welder right now. I think we actually need 1 to create it as well, so you might even need 3. I don't know how that will work out, but yeah, 3 heating elements. Can we make a heating element as we are right now? We can. It'll take 7 minutes, and it just takes copper wire. If we were to make 3, it would take 21 minutes. We've already used everything that we possibly can in the building already, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. We are getting very cold at the moment, though. With winter being here, it's been snowing, so things have gotten quite cold for us, which, yeah, not so nice. Not the most pleasant thing in the world. Yeah, I'm not really prepared for sleeping outside. We have a blanket, among other things, that we can kind of tuck over ourselves, which does keep us warm-ish, but it would still be good if we had maybe even just 1 other blanket. And I can't remember off the top of my head if we have any in the building here. We can have a quick little look around. Yes, we do. In fact, we should make sure that we check that before we go, because look, 13 blankets, that's almost already all we need. We need 25, so that's actually kind of got us on along the way there to being ready to be able to do that. So I can just wear these 3 blankets if and when we want to sleep outside. I kind of want to try and hold for daytime if possible. So we have the 3 heating elements. Let's go see if we can make ourselves another makeshift welder. I don't know why I wrote melt. Oh dear. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that. Okay, so now that we've done that, our left hand feels like ice. That sucks. I know, Dusk, it's not super great. Let's go see if we can actually wear these blankets now, because it's like, why not? We've got them on us, so let's make it happen. There's so many other things nearby us right now that it's asking if we would rather wear those instead. Blankets. Wear all the blankets. There we go. We've got 2 blankets on right now. That actually makes us extraordinarily hot. It is just our head and our mouth right now that is lacking. Everything else is like overwhelmingly warm. So let's take off one of those blankets then, because I believe that's just going to be too much otherwise. Okay, that's an acceptable level, and if we just drop the blanket on the ground, that'll be okay, because otherwise that's just too much. Yeah, we'll drop those 2 just on the ground. Okay, alright, so we have that. Let's see if we can make ourselves a vehicle welding rig now. We might be out of luck. Let's see, vehicle welding rig. Okay. Yes, we do actually need a welder to make it. This is the issue here, so we're going to have to make 1 more. That sucks. Yeah, so obviously you need to have a welder to be able to create this thing in the first place. So we're going to need to make another one of these. So 3 heating elements again. We do have enough resources to be able to do it. Unfortunately, it means that we're using our copper wire, but this is why we have it, right? We have it to be able to make these things. So we do want to try and make, okay, heating elements first, my bad. So we're going to go ahead and make 2 of those, 3 rather. Come on, Rycon, you can do this. We're a little thirsty, let's deal with that. Okay, good. Right, we're going to make the makeshift welder. Shabam. And then we are going to make the vehicle welding rig. Perfect. It's going to take an hour for us to be able to do this. Should be perfectly possible for us to do it. We haven't memorized the recipe yet, but we have all of our books here in this massive pile of stuff that Dusk is working on at the moment. So let's see if we're going to be successful. Sure enough, she is, and we have no room for it right now. So let's see. We want to go and install it in this vehicle here, which is at 100% battery, no less, which is fantastic. Let's see, where do we want to try and put this thing? It would be great if it was accessible. I don't know where we can put it. Vehicle welding rig, where are you going to be able to go? We might have to remove one of these seats and see if it can fit into that position there. Then that means that there is a welder nearby and we should be able to use it pretty much any time. For the most part, I think we're going to remove all of these seats, so we might as well do that now. It is just bolt turning to be able to do that, so let's go ahead and make this thing happen. Remove pretty much all of the seats here. Okay, what was that beneath that one? Oh, that's a tank, right? No, those are armored wheels. Hang on. So there's like, oh, nice. I didn't realize we had them stacked like that. So there's like, yeah, okay. Of course, because it's a truck, they're going to be too thick. Okay, I like it. That's very, very cool. I do want to make sure that we repair pretty much everything here. But that's going to take a little while. We're tired now, so yes, let's stop interacting with the vehicle, and we are going to go to sleep, but we need to make sure we sleep on this pile of things, essentially. So we're going to go ahead, have another biscuit, because I did make some more. We're dead tired now, which sucks, but that's okay. We can work through that. So we want to, let's see, cranial flashlight's turned on, so turn that off. We're going to turn our eyes off for the time being, and let's go ahead and set an internal alarm for 7 hours from now. So it's snowing, so I don't think we're going to be getting anything back from the soil. No, and now it's a thunderstorm, so not so good. We need good weather to be able to really benefit from the earth. I still think it is better that we're sleeping in the day right now. Yeah, so as you can see, it's saying we use the pile of clothes for your warmth, your mouth hurts. So really our mouth is the only thing that's hurting right now. We're still tired when we wake up, so maybe we do need to go for the full 8 hours sleep from now on. Noted. It is actually still during the day as well, so we probably could have slept for a lot longer, but well, it is what it is. So let's go ahead, have those for now. I'm going to have to make some more food, and we're going to have to get some more water in a little bit, but we're doing okay for the time being. Let's just keep on working on removing these as we can. Go ahead, remove you. Fantastic. So let's see. Up the front here, I think we want to have things that we're going to be using a lot of. And so I'm thinking we're probably going to have the food well, even like the mini fridge up here. We might be able to stack a few things, right? It's possible that we might be able to get a few things on there. So the mini fridge we might be able to put up the top there. Let's see. Bam, I think that's in place. Fantastic, it is, and it looks pretty cool. Great. Okay, so across from that we're going to put the Food Co Kitchen Buddy. So let's go ahead and see if we can install that now. Food Co Kitchen Buddy, and it is just bolting it in place as well, so it's great. We don't actually need the welder for this stage of our work, which is awesome. I probably would want the welder to be towards the back, so it'd probably be in one of these back spaces here, but I just want to see, first of all, what we can do with these other ones. So we are going to want maybe this one here to be our forge. It's like the vehicle forge. I will see it eventually. I hope I see it. Can we install the quantum yet? No, Mechanics 8. We're still not quite there yet. Okay, so Onboard Chemistry Lab, we do want to install that, but I want to see if I can see the vehicle forge as well. I'm not seeing it right now, so maybe that needs to go onto a bench or something like it. So we'll put the Onboard Chemistry Lab in, like so. Great, okay, so that's in there now. Why can't I put a forge in? Do I need to have something else on top of it? Let's just do a quick search for forge. No, mounted electric forge. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and place it in there. Okay, and that's the rest of the day gone. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so we've got pretty much all of our main things in there now. So on one of these back ones, I'm going to want to put the vehicle welding rig. You notice that we don't actually have a huge amount of space in the back, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to try and make this work as best as possible. So let's see. Welding rig is what we want to have in the back. Definitely. 110%. So let's go ahead and install the welding rig there. And so now this is on the vehicle, we can actually use the vehicle welding rig to do any kind of welding, essentially. And plus, it looks cool as well, so I mean, I like that. So let's just have a look at the capacity of these. So if we just jump into the vehicle and have a look at the cargo spaces, they're the biggest, essentially, the biggest kind of cargo thing that we can have, at least as far as I'm aware. 250 litres, it's pretty good, right? But we have like over 1,000 litres worth of stuff. Nearly 2,000 litres worth of stuff. So we are going to need a lot of these to be able to make it work. And as you can see, we don't really have the space to do it, right? We could temporarily try and install them on the outside of the vehicle. I kind of almost like the idea of that. If we were to just build a light frame on the outside and then put them on it. You can also do cargo racks as well. Okay, but what can we put in there? Capacity is 80 kgs. Capacity is 250, so it actually stores the same amount. Interesting. It stores the same amount as, because it uses a cargo carrier. Oh, well, that's perfect. Cargo rack actually works perfectly. It's just on the outside of the vehicle, and we have quite a few of them, so that's what we're going to have to do. But when we're driving to the place, we're going to have to be very careful with all of our stuff. I think we do want to keep these two here, and then have all of our other bits and pieces on the outside. What kind of sucks a little bit by doing that means that we won't have access to them immediately for crafting, or maybe we will. Sometimes the crafting area you can grab things from is a little larger than what I think it is. I know it does change quite often, so it might have changed here, possibly, without me really knowing. Something that we definitely want to change right away is we want to be able to access this area from inside here. So that's a heavy-duty frame. The door isn't anything specific, so let's just see if we can remove this window here, because we won't be able to install anything on it. So let's just go and see if we can remove reinforced windshield. We're hurt. Yes, stop interacting with the vehicle. Why was I hurt? Oh, of course, frost nip. Okay, well, let's go put our blanket back on. That will help us out. And let's just continue doing that. I was very concerned for a second. I was like, why am I being hurt? Is the vehicle exploding for some reason? Okay, so heavy-duty frame is there. We can only put the reinforced windshield there for now because we don't have access to any other materials. But if we come back over here, we should be able to do just that. So let's see. Okay, so as you can see, we can install a whole heap of things. Manual flamethrowers and and just pretty much everything and anything. But what we want to try and do is just look at doors. I don't know if we have something for just doors here. Hull. Okay, all right. So what kind of door do we want? Shutter door. Okay, I'm probably wanting to look at durability more than anything. Internal door is probably what we're after. Opaque, open, and boardable. Okay, I guess it would be better if it wasn't like opaque, and my reason behind that is I wouldn't want something to be able to see through it, unless we had like we can pull a curtain over it, and vehicle curtains are totally a thing, so we might be able to put that over an internal door. Sliding door, trunk door, because I would like to be able to see outside if I want without opening the door, just see through the front, but when we're working in the back of the vehicle, it's good if we are essentially contained from the outside world. So the opaque door, no, we are going to go for the internal door, because I think that just makes sense for us to use. Okay, and let's go and see what it looks like. If it's really weird. No, it actually is pretty cool. And it's not opaque, funnily enough. Or rather, it is, so we can't see too far, which is kind of good. I wonder if we can install a vehicle curtain on that now. We might not have the rags necessary to do it. We probably should have the rags necessary. So let's just see what is under there. I can't see curtain under there at all. We can put a mini reactor in this thing. That's something. We need to keep it charged with plutonium cells. Because we got that mini reactor ages ago. Holy crap. I'd love to have that on this. That would just be awesome. That'd be really freaking cool. Something that we definitely want to install in here, though, is the atomic lamp. Atomic lamp, perfect, and we can install that in there. Okay, so if we jump into the vehicle now, let's just go turn on the atomic lamp. Oh, where were you, atomic lamp? Do I turn you on the seat? let go of the controls. Oh, it fails to start. We really need to fix that. Control vehicle, turn on atomic lamp. Okay, there we go. Hey, great, so we can actually see in there now. Perfect, and it's a really good radius. It fills up all of our crafting space, which is pretty much exactly what you would want it to do. And it's nice. It doesn't look like we can see too far through the eternal door, so it's kind of working. I think we're just seeing through the reinforced windshields, which I actually kind of forgot about. Whether or not we can put curtains on those, I really don't know. Let's have a look and see. Let's just do a search for curtain, aisle curtain, and curtain. Okay, so you just need a sheet to be able to do that, and it probably would be good if we could put sheets on those. Something for us to consider. So I'm just going to write down that I want to try and grab some sheets at some point. Yeah, so sheets, not blankets. Okay, all right. We'll see if we have any sheets around. I don't recall seeing sheets, but we'll find them. We will find them. The aisles, we want to make sure that we replace those with the aisle lights, but we're probably going to have trunks like in the floor as well that we can access. We want this place to be, we want it to have as much as possible. And I've just realized that the back doesn't actually have a roof on it. So none of this is actually roofed. Ah, interesting. Heavy duty roof. Yeah, none of that is roofed right now. So we definitely want to change that. We don't want that to be exposed to the outside world. So that's something that we need to try and look at building on top of it. Yeah, I think we're going to need a lot more resources here. What we might try and do just for the time being is jump in. We want to use the vehicle welding rig. But what we're going to do is we're just going to go in, examine vehicle, and we're just going to we're going to hit repair, and then we're just going to go and repair things just bit by bit. 36 minutes to do the spiked plating. Okay, all right. So as long as we hit R, it's just going to take us to the next thing that we need to repair. Like so. And so it's going to take a bit of time to do all this. Wow, that's a lot of stuff that needs to be repaired. Hot damn. Okay. Yeah, so you can see it's taken a fair bit. Let's use some of that duct tape. We have a whole heap of it. We're at 58% battery at the moment, so we need to kind of keep an eye on that. 56, because it is going to go down, but it will recharge during the day. And obviously some of these tasks don't need to use it, but that was good. There was a whole heap of stuff that we ended up actually repairing there. Good. Work on the aisle. Fantastic. We're getting a little bit lower now. That's okay. 24. We just don't want to get to we don't want to get to 0. We're getting close now, so I think we'll do one more frame. It's going to do 100 charges. Let's see. Okay, 14. That's all right. I don't want to push it too far, like I said, but right. So we can't actually repair the composite armor placing at the moment. We need to have mechanics 8. What is our mechanics at? It should be relatively high. All this work that we're doing as well is going to be improving it at the same time. We're on 6. Okay, so we're on our way there. Oh yeah, we have early scurvy at the moment, so we need to take a multivitamin. I've been neglecting Dusk's needs a little bit while we've been essentially hauling everything to this vehicle. It does need more work. I think going into the next episode, I'm going to plan out exactly what we want to do and what we need to do. We definitely need to get our mechanics up, so I'm going to have to look at a way for us to be able to do that. We're going to have to try and work on well, that's the thing, is just repairing stuff. That will give us experience. So maybe there are other things that we can repair in here before the episode is through. So, heavy duty frame, we can work on that. Okay, we're down to 10%, so that's getting a little lower. Let's see, we're still on 77%, but that should have helped us out a little bit, I think. Yeah, maybe not as much as I would like it to, but I'm pretty happy with this vehicle. I think it's going to be an absolute beast. It's going to be what Dusk needs to get by. We're going to have her power armor essentially set in one of the positions here, maybe even on this spot here, and that's where she can just go and jump into. It'll be fully charged and ready to go, and yeah, I think this vehicle is going to be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of fun in this, and we'll be able to take 2 companions with us at any one time. We're going to be able to carry a lot more as well with those cargo racks on the side. We'll just have to be careful when we're driving that we don't end up ramming with those. What I might end up doing is actually putting cargo racks the whole way along there and then just sticking a ram on the side to kind of try and protect them so that if anything does hit them, we'll be okay. We might even look at removing some of these frames here and turning them into storage as well. We just want to be able to haul as much as we can on this thing, and it's going to need a pretty powerful engine to be able to do that. So we're going to have to make sure that we repair that engine and maybe even look into the reactor and what that reactor is going to be able to do for us. The one thing that I want to check before we wrap up today, though, is the Vortex Generator is something that we can install in the car. I don't know what we need to be able to make it. Vortex Generator and a Vortex engine. So we need each of those. And yeah, we need Mechanics 8 to add extra engines. So if we were just running with one engine, we would be okay. And if we wanted to, let's say, make a Vortex engine, do we have any books that teach us how to do that? Okay. Oh wow, we actually do. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. We could actually do this. We could actually make this thing. So a Vortex engine and a Vortex Generator. The engine, I imagine you might need both. We can actually make each of these things here because we have a Vortex Stone. No, we only have one Vortex Stone though, right? Let's see, Vortex engine, a tornado in a box, so to speak. Inside this innocuous tank contains either the culmination of human innovation and clean energy or a weapon of mass destruction capable of wiping out civilization, or what's left of it. Okay, an internal and an external mechanism allows it to be attached to a vehicle to render it mobile. To activate, install it on a vehicle, insert the Vortex core, and activate. The core must be removed from the machinery before installation due to its sensitivity. Okay. Right. And what about this? So this is a power generator. Okay. So we would want the engine over the generator itself because we could use the reactor, the mini reactor for energy. We use the Vortex engine to actually power the vehicle itself. How it works, I have no idea. So a byproduct we get from this is a Vortex core. So we insert the core into the vehicle after it's been installed. Holy crap. So we just need 6 steel chains. I'm going to write this down so we actually remember this going to the next, because this is something I think we're going to do then. So 6 steel chains and cranks, foot cranks. We actually had a foot crank that I kind of got away with, that I threw away. We might just be able to make these. Sometimes that's just easiest. And then 30 plastic chunks, which is, well, that's gonna... Well, we should have enough plastic bottles back in there that we can actually just, you know, cut into small chunks and pieces. So everything else we have, that is impressive. Let's see, what will we need to do to actually make the steel chains? It's more how long it would take. Okay, so we can't make steel chains. What about foot cranks? Foot crank we can make, and that's easy enough for us to make. It uses barely any scrap metal. Oh, it uses a steel chain. Okay, so essentially we would need to double the amount of steel chains necessary. So we need 12 steel chains then. Yeah, and then 6 foot cranks. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the steel chains, I'm gonna have to try and figure out the best place for us to get them from, whether it's from deconstructing things or what, but yeah. Cool. That's going to wrap us up for this episode. It's been a long one for me. It's been a relatively long one for the rest of you as well. But I'm happy with the progress that Dusk has made. I'm happy that we've been able to get everything together in one place. And this truck is looking pretty beautiful. I'm happy with it. She's damn pretty. So, guys and gals, I hope you will join me in the next. I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.